Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Steven. Today I'll be talking about Aerosmith. As we all know, it's a sad day for rock fans. Aerosmith has decided to cancel their farewell tour completely. It looks like whatever vocal problems that Steven Tyler has, it has not been rectified, and he cannot handle the rigors of the road. So instead of doing what most bands would have done is go out there and put on a bad show and taint their name. These guys went out with dignity and said, we're just not going to do it. We can't deliver the goods. We're not going to do it. So I respect them a whole lot for that. Kudos to the band for doing it. You will be missed, but we have your music to look forward to for the rest of our lives and for the years to come. They will obviously be remembered. They are in the echelon of rock greatness. They're one of the best bands ever. And I've been a fan for many, many years. So, with that being said, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite albums or my go to albums. These are not in any particular order. So, first off is 1974's Get Your Wings. This is with the same old song and dance, Lord of the Thighs, The Train Kept a Rollin'. This is where I think, with the help of producer Jack Douglas, Aerosmith becomes Aerosmith. They've incorporated that Stonesy feel with the Zeppelin-esque riffs to its fullest. This is where I think Aerosmith discovers their sound, and this becomes the prototype for the albums for the rest of their lives. This is what they are. And I think that's one album you should have in your collection. I don't have the physical copy where I had water damage recently and it got destroyed, so unfortunately I don't have it. Next up is going to be Toys in the Attic. This is, I believe, their third album. This is what broke them really into the mainstream, with obviously with Sweet Emotion and Walk This Way are rock staples to this day. Great album, you can't go wrong. You know, Joe Perry and Brad Wilford are, playing off each other really well. There's a great rhythm section that has a great streetwise sound. And, Steve Tyler has really found his deviant side to his voice, and it really works well on here. Next up, I'm going to go with their comeback, or they had a comeback with Permanent Vacation, but I think everybody would agree that Pump was the album that really said the boys are back. This takes everything from their drug-filled era, whatever made them great, with a polished hit-making sheen. Best of both worlds. Love in an Elevator, Janie's Got a Gun, The Other Side, Young Lust. Great track after great track after great track. Can't go wrong. One of the best comebacks in music history. The follow up to that, which I didn't like at first, called Get a Grip. I have this special edition that looks like the cow, which is utterly ridiculous. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I didn't like this album at first, but I've grown into it. I really like, Eat the Rich. I like the title track. I like Living on the Edge. Amazing is great on here. I just thought this is Aerosmith kind of just copying Aerosmith. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. It's just them, I think, not necessarily going through the motions, but almost. It's could have been a lot better, but it's not bad. And if I'm gonna have to pick an album that I think it's underrated from the band after later year material, I'm gonna have to pick Nine Lives. I really enjoyed this album. The title track rocks hard. Falling in Love is Hard on the Knees. I think is one of the best and catchiest songs ever. Pink is one of my favorite songs. I love Taste of India, and I think my favorite track, which is not really a hit, is the kind of bluesy song "Ain't That a Bitch." I think this is well worth a revisit if you're an Aerosmith fan. It's not okay. It is not the greatest Aerosmith album, but they're trying something, trying to incorporate other sounds into the mix, and I give them kudos for that. Um, Not shabby by any means. I don't know why this didn't do as well as expected, but I think it deserves a little bit more love. And those are my choices. So again, I really want to thank anybody who knows Aerosmith. Thank you so much for the music over the years and the way you bowed out now on the farewell tour. shows a lot of grace, a lot of humility, a lot of respect for your legacy. And instead of going out there and tarnishing your reputation, you're gonna leave it intact. So kudos to you. These are my selections as well. Thank you so much, Aerosmith, for the music. We love you at the Aroundtable. We'll probably still be talking about you from years to come, even if you're not touring or anything. So this is Steven from the Aroundtable, wishing Aerosmith and their fans all our love. See you soon.